This is what's wrong with powerlifting. Everyone loves to start their big rant saying that. This is what's wrong with powerlifting. What do I think's wrong with powerlifting? Not a whole lot. Powerlifting is pretty fucking sick right now. You know, if you look at the weights that are being moved at this point, they're absolutely astronomical in comparison to where they were 5, 10 years ago. People want to complain about this federation or that federation or the equipment this guy's using or the equipment that this person's not using, or, you know, walkouts versus monos and press commands and where a squat should be sent to. Listen, all that stuff doesn't really matter. You have to look at the sport as a whole. It seems that the people with the smallest totals have the biggest mouths, and they want to complain and complain and complain. And then there's other people who have a big platform, and they want to be very negative to group onto those people and those people to follow them. Let's look at the sport. How many women squatted over 600 at the WPO? How many guys opened with over 1,000 at the WPO? That's just gear lifting. You look at raw lifting, it's the same thing. 10 years ago, how many people you hear about taking 1,000-pound squats and knee wraps? Not a lot. Now it's all the time. You hear about 1,000-pound squats all the time. 500-pound raw bench is a dime a dozen. There's one at almost every meet. It's absolutely insane. So when people sit here and they say, oh, powerlifting's stupid for this reason, and powerlifting's stupid for this reason, and online coaches are stupid, and the internet ruined powerlifting, the internet made powerlifting better. It gave you options. It gave you resources. The amount of free information that's available right now is absolutely insane. You can find anything you want basically for free or very inexpensive on the internet from people. The sharing of information is exponential to what it was 10 years ago. So I don't really understand why people say these sort of things. And when they sit here and they say, oh, it's not what it used to be. Well, yeah, it's not what it used to be. There's big meets with big monies going on right now. People are taking home huge purses, and there's $10,000 meets that go on now. What's wrong with that? People want to maintain the sport as an underground sport, but then want to complain that they can't make any money. So which one is it? You can't have both. You can't be a punk rock band playing in a basement somewhere and then complain that you have to tour in a shitty van. It's one or the other. So the sport is growing, and that's great. I think people need to focus on the good part of the sport. If you think that the sport is so shitty, you're paying attention to the wrong stuff. So there's two things you can do. If you think the sport is so terrible and there's so much wrong with it and you see all these problems, adjust your scope. Unfollow those negative people. Start following the positive people. There's amazing shit that happens every day in this sport. I promise you. You just have to be looking in the right direction. And then the second thing is, if you have so many issues with the sport and you hate so many people within the sport and you dislike so much stuff that's going on with it, you should quit powerlifting. We won't miss you. We're all still going to be here having fun lifting weights.